All right, yo, I gotta admit, I might have rushed through that last episode because, I really want to get out and drive this thing. I mean, can you blame me? Now that we've been doing that, got a couple miles on her, a little bit of seat time. There's a couple things that we want to improve on. A couple things that some creature comforts, if you will. So that's what we're going to focus on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop. Yeah, you heard me right, guys. Creature comforts. Has you gone soft? I mean, what are we doing? Not really. All right. For those of you guys that don't know, it's my 94 Chevy C1500, known as the OBS. It's the work truck edition, so clearly it's a single cab, short bed, two-wheel drive. It's got the 4.3 with automatic, and guys, this thing is running and driving awesome. These new wheels and tires, super smooth. The alignment's dead on. I mean, it's been lowered a little bit, but it rides just right. Surprisingly, even with the 4.3 in it, it absolutely loves to do 70 miles an hour. Every time I look out, right there, 70 mile an hour. It ain't screaming. It ain't doing. It just loves it. That's where it wants to be. So that's where we've been putting it, and obviously we've been putting in some work. She's already doing some work, guys. We were over Jimbo's yesterday. Hauled the new water heater over there in this thing. We brought this one back here for Ian the Scrap Man to come scoop up from us, and yeah, it's doing the damn thing. I can't get mad about it, right? But you guys know my daily driver is usually the Tundra, right? So it's a 5.7 four-wheel drive. It's lifted. Nice stereo system, AC, all the creature comfort, Bluetooth, and all these things that this guy doesn't have. I found out even with this go-go gadget arm, I can't reach that side to put the window down. So that proved to be a little bit concerning in the rain, but we persevered, okay, and we made it through. There's a few things that, I'm not going to put power windows in this thing, guys, all right? AC wouldn't be a bad idea, but we're not doing that right now. If you ask Kevin, we're never doing it, but I think there's a solid chance we are. But there's a couple little things here that we can take care of. There's no stereo in it, right? Well, there is, but there isn't. It just kind of turns on, and if any button you hit, it's just louder static. So that's not dope at all. So we got a stereo. We have an antenna because that's absent at the moment. We've done a couple things. We've done like tint the windows, was made a little more comfortable inside. Also improved the appearance, so that's kind of a twofer. Same with the wheels and tires. Improved the appearance a ton, and the ride on top of that, because it didn't ride bad before. It's just a little better now. But what else we got? A couple things to protect the interior. We might actually figure out this sun visor whole situation because that got a little, got sunny out. And even with those 90 approved glasses, guys, sometimes you want a little extra, And I think I got some other things over there on the parts bench that can help us out, and maybe some things that don't require any money or anything at all, just a little bit of time to improve, just a little bit, because we can always get better, right? All right, so we should probably start by cleaning some things up. We'll put this over here, and actually we'll probably put this over here in this department. There we go. McKenna. See if we can figure out what things are. This goes with that, okay? This has some stuff in it. We're gonna need this. What's this? Ah, there it is. The stereo. Guys, we are going high tech. Look at that, huh? It's got a remote because, I mean, with the side, we got 2 seats, well, 2.5 seats in there, you know? Look at the middle one there. So we're gonna wanna, yeah, we need a remote. No, it's just nice. It looks like, it was $60. That was it, and it's got green on it, so I think it's gonna match real nice. What else we got over here? I just moved things over. I didn't move what I needed. No, that's not it. This. Nope. All right, I need to go through the parts department over here because apparently I just got stuff all over. So give me a minute, all right? All right, so we got the parts department somewhat squared away. And this is what we came up with over here. These are the things I'd like to mess with at least during this episode. I figured I need some structure, guys, and maybe I'll actually get more accomplished. So we want to fix these guys up. I got to do a little bit of sewing because, you know, apparently that's what I do, even though I paid the guy to do that 3 times. Whatever. I'm going to paint these, so I got to pull this back apart, get that done. So that's what we're going to be using. Here's the stereo antenna. And little protective stuff in here. And just some cheapo floor mats here from the old Walmart. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or not. These are a lot more like this, the original ones, right? The stock for the OBS. I'll put a picture right up here what they look like. The difference is those are $15 and the other ones are like $130. So there's that. We got these in here right now. They don't look bad, the old Motor Trends. They're kind of bulky. I don't like this stuff. And they're cover everything, and they got the cool Motor Trend. Yeah, that's how you know it's good. They just don't look right in here. And yeah, I know I can trim them up and stuff, but I don't think they're ever going to look right. So I want to take these out and try those out. Probably be the easiest thing to start with. However, Megan just hit me up. We're about to go over to old Wade's place, and that dude is the most efficient guy on the planet. I ain't trying to be late. All right, guys, back from old Wade's house, and let me tell you what. For a dude from Pennsylvania, that man knows how to do a southern shrimp boil, all right? It was amazing. So, huge shout out to him and his family. Got to hang out over there. Just a good time. And now that I'm back here, I should probably do some work, you know? Yeah, I promised you I would. So why not? We're going to start off by not doing any of the stuff I mentioned about over here because, if you guys remember the last video, I said, after you run this thing around for a while, you got to re-torque the wheels, right? Just to be safe, especially when you have some custom new jobbies on here. We've got about 50, 60 miles on the thing since we threw these things on and rolled around a little bit. Maybe 65. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and just verify the torque on all of them and then slide into the stuff I talked about over there. Because, guys, safety third. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, we're going to bust out the paint booth right quick. We got a little bit of paint to do. And now I got to clean stuff up. Man, oh man. All right, probably go ahead and toss that later. And she's ready. She's a ready teddy.
I'm a ready teddy.
Rolling in. Whoops. All right, guys, we got to, whether we buy the new ones or not, we got to paint these guys. See, I started pulling it out. It's not pretty easy, just kind of wiggle it. There you go. Because the new ones don't come with these. So, we should probably clean some dirt off of those. Wait one. Little known fact, guys, you can use Windex for anything. And, you know, you just want to get some grease off. There's probably some dirt on here, right? Or maybe there's none. Who knows? Should probably tape off that other spot. Man, I'm not ready for this. Guys, we're just not ready yet, I guess, huh? But got a little bit of stuff off. So, probably a solid plan, right? Take care of the other one. That metal stuff is, yeah. Got a little grease on it, you know. Proper paint prep, guys. This is important stuff here. That's what you want to use. Windex and a shop towel. Unmatched combination. That's probably not true. We're going to clean this off a little bit. Clean off my hands a little bit. And, yeah. All right, guys, you see I took the extra time and put a little tape on there. And, because we care, guys. Clearly, we care. I'm going to get in there, so I don't want it to go around. All right, I guess we'll let that dry. Well, guys, the egg comes through again, keeping everything nice and neat, right? We're gonna let that dry a little bit, and then we'll shoot another coat on it. While that cures to perfection, we're gonna shoot over to Jimbo's place because it's Father's Day. Hopefully you guys out there are having a happy Father's Day. Shoot over there, have a little dinner, spend a little time, you know, the way you're supposed to, right? And, when we get back, we'll put these together and throw them in the truck. Guys, I'm on the fence. I'm 100% on the fence. I don't want to spend $100 to buy the new ones because, well, I'm cheap, as you guys know. But, so I'm going to see if I can work a little magic that like my mother taught me back in the day and sew some things up and try and fix this guy's mistakes. That being said, there was a comment made that really kind of got me thinking, right? It said you spent all this time, working on the interior. Don't cheap out now. And I get it because I know Oli loves that, but we did, guys, right? She looks pretty awesome, so it's probably worth the $100. And it's actually a buddy of mine that left that comment. I cannot believe that I haven't plugged him already. If you guys are watching this channel and I do some motorcycle content, if you're liking that stuff, you definitely got to check out this channel, okay? And it's Bubba 1%er Rides the Distance. So, like I say, he's a buddy of mine. He, guys, this, I thought I was like hardcore, because like I rode to Sturgis once and down to Daytona, so I'm doing things, right? Bro, no, this guy is out there killing it, putting in tons of miles, kind of putting a little training, if you will, for the Hoka Hay run that he's going to do. If you guys ever heard of that, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up. It's insane. So he's putting out all sorts of cool, content, and he's putting out some good advice. He's putting out some good tech tips. He's putting out some awesome pictures. Guys, go check him out. Put a little thing like here, we always do. And, I'll be back in a little while. Until then, I got nothing. Actually, yeah, I do. Go check out Bubba's channel. Yeah. All right, guys, obviously the egg is gone. We cleaned that up, and these guys are all cured up. Fun fact, guess I did not do. I didn't label these. So that could cause, I think they go this way. I don't know. It could cause a problem just because, well, I also didn't cut this out yet. If you notice, where they go. Yeah. Probably not the smartest thing I've done. But we're actually going to take a little break from these, let them sit. I'm going to take these up to the house and hit them with an iron or steamer or something like that, just to kind of get this crap off. I know, I'm wasting my time doing all this stuff, but what am I going to do? I really don't want to spend $100. So we're going to bring those up, see if we could do something with them. And if no, like I said, we had to paint these either way, so they're good to go. Now, you see I obviously got the stereo out. Went through the instructions a little bit, taped up the stuff we're not going to use. Like, this one doesn't have a backup camera. I guess it's capable. I just don't have a camera for it. And I really don't think I need it. Power antenna and that kind of stuff. So, that's that. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed. Let me show you what we got for a stereo in here as of now. This was in here when Nick bought it. It's Pioneer, guys. So, put the key right here. Let's see what it does. Yep, see, it comes on. It looks like it's going to do things, right? What do we got? Oh, initial system. First off, you see how she's dancing around, right? Oh, now it's going to work right? Oh, you son of a bitch. I don't have an antenna right now, but, Then we're going to see if this actually works. Because now it's doing what it's supposed to do before. No matter what I did with the volume, it would just go up more. So that's not, I don't really care. I bought the other one. But yeah. We didn't put a whole lot of time in here, as you might see here. Yep, that's how that is. So, we got some wires hanging out in there, so that's pretty dope. This is probably the smallest stereo I've ever seen, but yeah, all right. We're gonna stop messing with that. Probably shut this off. Disconnect the battery because that's a smart thing to do, and then we will put this guy in. As you see, man, it's really dope. It's got the big screen on it and a really, yeah. Well, we'll leave my opinion about that car there alone. Yo, this thing's making me like out to be a liar, but I swear the second I stopped recording, the stereo started having a monotone again. I'm going to flip you around and we'll see if it still does it. I know it doesn't matter because I'm changing it either way, but I want you to know I'm not, like, completely crazy. Accessory. There we go. Pioneer. Aux. Let's touch the volume. What happens? It goes up. Oh, you son of a bitch. Are you serious, dude? You're going to kind of work now? Well, either way, let's see what you got source. Aux. This, that, the other. See, now, it's just like stuck there. You go this way a little bit. It does whatever it wants. See, I'm not crazy. That's how it is. But now she's getting louder. All right, I got it. Quiet. All right. I think I proved my point. All right, guys, first things first, I want to put this antenna on. If nothing else, it looks terrible without it, even if I never listen to a radio station. But, yeah. Here's where the old wire was. And remember, this was a replacement fender, so that's why this guy is, you know. Otherwise, I probably would have left the stock one, because I bought the stock one, right? Didn't have it on it. Did it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, I take this guy out of the way. It's 2 bolts, and then it kind of slides up on the back. There's got this little nifty little guy there. You see that thing? That guy right here. Slides into that little slot right there. 2 bolts. Easy day. Now, I'm going to try and get this guy to feed. Oh, there you go. Grommet gave through. That should be pretty easy. We'll pull that out from behind the dash and easily install the new one? Sure. All right, guys, let's just push right through. Real easy. We'll reuse the grommet. We'll clean it up a little bit because, you know, that's what we do. And this guy's really easy to trace. It just comes right here. You see it? I'm pulling it, right? Yep. Obviously, that's connected. And this is how you know it's classy. Because, check this out, guys. Look at this. Is not only did we use duct tape, and we didn't even put it all the way on. And yeah, things are kind of just here. Sometimes you're just disconnected. This is textbook perfect of hackery. I mean, I'm not saying you gotta like solder it together and wire loom and what do you call those things? What do you call those things again? Son of a bitch. Heat shrink. But little slivers of duct tape and shit twisted together. Bro. Really? Yeah. So, not surprising. We've run into this. What's this guy here? Run into this before with this truck of wiring not being the best. So, this is simple to fix. Everything else back there looks 100% stock. So, you see it now? There you go. I'm going to get some light. There you go. So, I'm not too worried about that. You might notice I pulled that whole thing there off. And there's an actual reason for that. I'm having a little issue. I kind of forgot about it until real recently. So we'll keep this light here. Stay. With the blend door. You see that in there? Right there. It kind of moves there a little bit. But it's not, I can't get, guys, I can't get the one place I need. I don't care about being cold. I don't need heat and all this because I don't even have air, right? I need the froster. That's a must, especially if it gets a little misty or whatever, and yeah, it doesn't work out. So, I gotta figure out why that thing's not moving all the way. It seems something's binding up. We're gonna see if we can lube something up, maybe. I don't know, but you get down in there. It moves a little bit, not enough. So, it works right up here in your face. It works down here at your feet. Not up here. So we'll figure that out. I gotta do a little research, and then we'll get back to unhacking this stuff here. Do better, guys. Do better. Well, guys, I did some research. I did some troubleshooting. I actually broke out the old book right here. Useless. There's one picture in that thing of the electronic, climate control, and that's about it. And it talks about that. And every video, every forum, everything I find online tells me that, well, first off, I gotta correct myself. I said the blend door. That's wrong. The blend door is like for the heat AC to mix, the temperature. It's the mode door that I'm having a problem with. So that's the first thing. So you got to make sure you're Googling the right thing, And, well, guys, I'm reliving the column thing because there's nothing about this manual control stuff. Everything's an electronic thing with the keypad and all that kind of AC and, all that fancy stuff that the old white trash edition doesn't have, right? So we have the old school sliding things with cables and whatnot, which I like better, except for right now because it's not working. So I'm going to have to troubleshoot this thing like it's the 90s again, seeing how it works and figuring it out. So I was under the dash for a while. I was in that thing where the radio was at. I figured out some of it. The cables seem to be working down the floor. Everything seems to be moving. Something's just not moving enough, and I don't want to force anything. So it was slow going. That being said, I said, well, let's come over here and actually accomplish something. I'll flip these around and show you what we actually accomplished. You know, that's not fair, guys, because troubleshooting is accomplishing something. Most of the work we did on this guy for the first month was just troubleshooting wiring and stuff. So it is doing something, but it doesn't have, what's that word I hate so much? Visual progress. We don't have that when you're messing with wiring and stuff and troubleshooting and that kind of thing. Behind the scenes or under the dash, whatever it might be. So we did this. Put the antenna on. Yeah, look at that, huh? All fancy. I've got stock antenna. I paid up, if you can believe this, $40 for an antenna, but it ain't got the ugly screw that, you know, so it looks nice and clean there. And yes, I am this anal about some things. And we checked it this way, and we checked it this way. It's legit. I know you wouldn't think that out of me, but guys, we can't have it sitting in the lane or sitting. It's gotta. Some things gotta be done right, and that's why we got a grommet on there. Nice, huh? Get me out of the shadow. That guy right. Stock grommet. We trimmed it up so it didn't look worn. Cleaned it up a little bit. Should probably do the rest of the firewall, but I'm going to put that guy right back so you're not going to see it. I think it's so we'll just say it's clean. There you go, guys. Went back together real easy. A little slid in the back, couple bolts. And before I did any of that, don't you worry one bit. She's spotless behind there. Trust me. All right, guys. So wire came in over there, the antenna up there. Plugged her in. And I want to see, I kind of want to see if everything works. I think it will. Pioneer radio looks to be, what do we got here? Okay, it's working. Oh, God. Yeah, that's it. This thing's coming out of here. That's what you give me? Nope. We're done. Get out of there. Guys, if that's not the definition of good news, bad news, I don't know what is. So, good news first. It all works. I mean, the stereo's trashed, the controls don't work, all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to make sure the wires were run where they were supposed to be, you know, that there was power where there should be, and it stayed, you know, kept the memory, and all the speakers work. So, we're there with that. So that's good. If I got to tell you the bad news, I mean, you might be watching the wrong channel, you know? But, yeah. It kind of killed it for me, guys. As I was on a little bit of a roll, and now I'm just like, nah. That's not 100% true. I mean, it did. Don't get me wrong. That's 100% true. But it's like 9 o'clock at night. And I got to go to stupid work in the morning. God, I got to do something about that, man. I'll tell you. But for now, we ain't got no choice. And I'll probably maybe do a little more research while I'm up there. And then tomorrow we'll be back down here. We will put the stereo in, which now everything works. The wire's there. I'll just probably reuse that duct tape. You know, that should be fine. And button up a couple of little things in the interior. I think we're going to probably be good. I mean, for now anyways. See you tomorrow.
48 hours later.
You guys, you already know it's not tomorrow, right? But for good reason, all right? Had to go to stupid work, and then I had to drop my truck off, not this truck, the other truck, you know, for just service stuff that I don't feel like doing, that I don't have the tools to do, or whatever the case may be. And then it was Jimbo's birthday. So if you guys are watching this, leave a comment down below. Happy birthday, Jimbo, all right? So it's now Thursday, and I took the day off work for some stuff you're going to learn next episode. But while I'm waiting on some things, I got down here stupid early. It's like 5:30 in the morning, and put this stereo in. Well, I got it wired up so far. Making sure everything works. I'll show you guys that, and then we'll make everything, you know, permanent. All right, guys, we're getting the truck. Well, before we do that, let's look. I had a little friend come by, a spider. I'll put a picture of him up here. He seems friendly, but you know, I think we wear the same size T-shirt, so gotta keep an eye out for that guy. But obviously, we got her slaved in, as they say. Put on the old accessories. Watch her come to life here. Right, come on, tell me that's not. It's pretty slick, right? I mean, I know it's old technology, but let's turn it down here. We don't want to get unmonetized, you know. So, obviously, comes on as it should. Got the fancy little lights there. Just keep on kind of changing throughout the course of time. I feel it might get annoying, but I think it kind of goes with the 90s theme of the truck of random colors for no reason. So, yeah, we're going to keep it. So everything's working as it should, with the exception of the front passenger side speaker, which didn't work with the other stereo either. So I'm thinking it's the speaker. I mean, obviously the wires are professionally connected, so that's not the problem. Only thing we got to figure out yet is I got this guy right here. It's the microphone for the Bluetooth. So we got to figure out where we're going to mount that. Probably like over here, kind of come like through this here and up there and something like that. In the meantime, let's permanently connect these wires and start getting things mounted as they should. Watch this guy go to sleep, huh? I mean, it's pretty slick, I think. But, how long you think this little motor is going to last? $70 off of eBay? I think we got about 4 more cycles. So some of you guys might know this, some of you may not. But my little brother Joey, he's a huge stereo guy, right? Like, he wants to put 15-inch subs and everything. And I sent him a picture of the old wiring and said, hey, I can reuse this duct tape, right? He told me if I did reuse the duct tape, he was going to slap me. So here's the installation. She's all done, clearly done professionally, and ready to go. Come at me, bro. All right, guys, obviously you know that last little bit was just so I could talk trash to my brother. You see everything is heat shrunk, and, it's done as right as we could do it with what we had to work with. Let me explain that. All right, so when you buy these like super cheap stereos or really anything electrical that's very cheap, made overseas, and usually available on like eBay or Amazon, Temu, whatever the other ones are out there. Whenever you do that, the stuff usually works pretty good, right? I mean, this is older technology, right? I mean, we've had stereos for a long time. It's not anything new. They cut corners in parts that people don't think matter. Specifically, wiring. So you buy those really cheap, like $100 wiring harnesses. If you watch Dan over DD Speed Shop,
Dan here, DD Speed Shop.
You see him use them like the $200 Amazon specials. Everything works, but the wire is so thin, right? They scrimp where they can, save a couple dollars, you get it cheaper. That's how it works. So the problem with that, for me anyways, if I can find these things here, I got these guys. Not that, right here. We got it. I'm really organized, guys, I promise. Everybody's got some kind of kit like this, right? All your wiring, little clips and crimps and all that stuff, they're all too big to grab that wiring. So the stuff that's on the truck side, legit. The stuff that was on the Pioneer stereo that was put together with duct tape, they could have used those things. So is it a big deal? Not really, as long as you are aware of it. Now, I'm not throwing huge power through this, and I'm not, that's not my thing. So it doesn't really matter. It works. That's all I care about. To get the things to stay on there securely, I twisted them. And then I put some, some solder. And then I heat shrunk over them. Now, they do make the solder sleeves, and you can put things in there. You hit it with the And that works. I just, they're a little pricey, guys, and I don't think they really are, to be honest with you, but I didn't have any. That's what I had. So that's why I say I did the best we could with what we had to work with. Let's put this guy in. All right. You guys ready? It's the moment we've all been waiting for. We get to see this guy in action in its final location. It takes a second.
Gave us that hilltop place to park. Gave us some girls that stole her hearts. Gave us some bucks up on the wall.
I am mad about that at all. And not only were we able to get everything all cleaned up nice, but this guy used to move around a lot. No more. And this guy used to not latch. So we just keep making this guy better. I'm loving it. Like, for real. Loving it. All right. Couple more little tiny things we want to take care of, and then we're going to call it quits, I think, guys. We're going to pull out these Motor Trend guys, because like I said, they're real bulky. I'm not a huge fan. And when we do that, we're going to try to get rid of these little ripples in the carpet. I got an idea. We're going to see if it works. So, wish me luck. All right, so you guys probably couldn't see that well from that angle, but it looks way better. There's obviously a ripple here and a ripple here, but if you remember what it looked like before, not nearly as bad. I want to keep going with it. I think I can get them all the way out, but so I kept rubbing my hand on it. I'm not that dumb. I knew it was going to be hot. I just didn't want to cause any damage to the carpet. That's why I kept going and checking it. So we'll let it cool for now, and we'll mess with it another time. Now that we know it's going to work, yeah, I ain't mad about that. So I mentioned we're going to have some protective stuff, right? Floor mats, the dash mat, and I'm not 100% sold on the dash mat. I do like it, I'll be honest with you. The black kind of breaks it up. This dash is absolutely perfect. And the one in my Jeep was too until it sat out in the sun. Now it's got one crack in it and it drives me bananas. I don't want it to happen here too. So there you go. Now here's my dilemma. To make that actually look right and sit the way it's supposed to, you gotta put these little adhesive things on it. I don't know that I want to put anything on the dash because it's that perfect. So we're gonna mull that over a little bit, and we'll come back to it. But for right now, either way, every time you put any kind of carpet, right, it says let it sit out in the sun for a while. Well, we can't do that. It's raining also, so we definitely can't do that. But That's kind of why the floor, the carpet down there had those ripples. We'll let this sit. It's supposed to be, 150 degrees out tomorrow, so maybe that'll help. Maybe I'll put things on. You have to come back to find out. But either way, there's other ways to protect your dash. And I got it right around here somewhere. Let me see what I'm working with here. Oh, here we go. This guy here. Right? You've seen these things a million times. They unfold and you stick it behind on the dash, right behind these guys. Remember these guys? Yeah. Right behind those, and it keeps your car a little cooler. When you don't got AC, every little bit counts. So we're going to throw that under the seat, and we're going to use that as well. You saw the sun visors I put in, and neither is the microphone. In case you missed that, I didn't put that in either. Couple reasons. I got to get back in there to mess with this mode door once I figure out what's wrong with the mode door. Or maybe I have to get out in there to figure that out. I'm not really sure how that's all going to play out yet. But the visors, yes, I already bought them. I bought the new ones. Bubba, Randy, I appreciate it because I need that little push, So I ordered the nice vinyl ones. They're on their way. I told this guy how I felt about his product. I haven't heard back yet. I'll keep you posted. And so since I don't have them in there yet, I don't want to run the microphone up. It might be in the way. I want to put the visors in and kind of make my decision after that where the microphone's going to go. Kind of just makes sense to me. What else we got here? We got a couple of things I got. Oh, yeah. Well, we got to charge things, guys. This is how it goes. So got a fast charger here, that real little compact one. It'll actually hide completely in the ashtray. That's pretty dope. Then I got some USB stuff for the phone. And guys, you know I had to match the wheels. I mean, why wouldn't you match your wheels to your USB port? It's just science, guys. That's how it goes. But I think we did our fair share of work today. Yeah, we've been down here all day, guys. We were prepping for some other stuff too, but we got a lot done on the OBS. I need you guys to come back next week because you're definitely going to want to see what we're working on, guys. I'm looking at it right now, and let's just say you've been waiting for it for a while. All that being said, guys, if you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. We put in some work, and I'm going to tell you what, all week, we've had the coolest thing in the parking lot. Thanks for watching, guys.